Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Seth David from the world-famous Nerd Enterprises Incorporated, bringing to you another special screencast. And this is another screencast on Google+. This is going to be my video cheat sheet. There's a cheat sheet going around. I looked at it. There was some great information on there. But I thought I would do my own sort of version of that cheat sheet. A lot of it the same stuff, some of it a little different. So that said, and I'll make this cheat sheet available, of course, for you to download, absolutely free. But we're going to go through this and see how some of this stuff works. So let's take a look here. I'm going to move that off to the side. If I'm posting a new post, I come over here, I can go to Home, or I can go to the stream here, and I come in here and I want to click something. If I want to format a word with bold type, I can put asterisks around the word to make it bold. If I put an underscore around the word, it puts it in italics. And if I put a dash around the word, it gives it what's called strike-through text. And then once I click share, and let's just make this public. Public is green. That lets you know that you're about to share this with the whole world, even people who haven't circled you and whom you haven't circled. Click share, and you'll see it gives you the 3 examples of how it posts when you do that. You can add photos, videos, or links to your post by simply dragging them to the share box. So let me open up a link in another window, and this is a Chrome browser. I can drag that tab away, and I can go over to my home page, like so, and I can simply click and drag this link in right there. So now it puts the link to my website in there. It says could not load website, retry. Let's retry it. So for some reason it doesn't like it. Don't know why, but it doesn't like it. So of course the way to do it manually, I can start this over, is to click the link button, come in here, Control-C to copy, Control-V to paste, and choose add. Again, it's saying could not load website. Maybe it's a Google Plus thing. And sure enough, let's try this again. So it could be just for some reason something going on with Google Plus. Let's wait till the page completely reloads. I got that security certificate warning, and I've been getting that a lot actually, probably because it's so new. So let's try this one more time. I will do it again by clicking and dragging. And now it works. So it wasn't the web link itself, it was something going on with G+. And just as when you share a link to a website on Facebook, you can toggle through the preview images and so on. This is a link to my website. I am recording a screencast right now. And I share. And that's it. And now anybody that I've shared this with can see it. You can drag photos, videos, anything else the same exact way. Now circles are like adding people to a list on Twitter. The original cheat sheet talks about it being like following people, but it's more like a list, because with a list I'm adding somebody to a specific list. With a circle I'm adding somebody to a specific circle. So if I go into my main stream here, and let's just go see what some people are posting, I can go here to Chris Perillo. Chris Perillo obviously has a lot of people who are following him already, and I can go see who's in his circles in case there's somebody in there that I would like to follow. And when I follow them, when I circle them, it's not letting me view all. But if I go over here, here's Cat. So I can come over here, and right over here I can hover add to circles, and it gives me a list of all my circles. I can use the track wheel on my mouse to scroll up and down on my list. I can create a new list here, but all I need to do to add them into any of my circles is check off one of the circles, whichever one I want to add them to. And so far people have been pretty good about reciprocating. When you add them, they seem to add you. I know I get the notifications. Notifications are right up here. You'll see this light up red, and it'll let you know if there's been any activity sort of worthy of notifying you. and you can go in there and respond to it right here. It also shows up when you're in your Gmail, which is kind of cool. because you don't have to go into the whole G+ universe. You can do it right from within your Gmail screen, and it works. It works, it works, it works. If you want to mention somebody in your post, you can simply put the @ sign in front of their name. Here's my friend Brian. And I can say hi. And here it's having me share it just with him. This is how you share it with just an individual person. Now let's say I want to make this private. First I click share. Then once I've shared it, I click this little arrow up here. And I've got options. So I can choose disable reshare. That way he can't reshare it to his circles. And that basically makes it a completely private message. If you want to see who it's shared with, you hover your mouse over here where it says limited, or it'll say public depending on who they've shared it with, and it shows you who it's shared with. So it shows you this post is currently shared with, and it gives the 2 people. If I look at this next post from Chris Perillo, and I click on, you see that it's public, so you know it's shared with everyone, but if you click on it, it confirms it's visible to anyone public on the web. Let's try and find somebody else with a limited share so we can get an example of what that looks like when it's limited, but not necessarily limited just to, or limited just to one person. So a lot of these I'm seeing are public. Here's one that I shared earlier, limited. And again, it's listing, it'll show you all the 54 people that I've shared it with, which is kind of cool. What else can I show you? When you're sharing, I just went over that. But let's take a look at it again since it's the next sort of thing in my cheat sheet. Again, you can choose public. You can choose a specific circle. You can choose any number of circles you want, or if you want to list a specific person, you can do that by simply typing their name. There's my friend Brian, and it'll list anybody who it finds a match for, and now I'm sharing it just with him. Green is sort of what indicates to you that it's public. The color coding lets you know. If you see green, that means it's going out to the whole world. If you see blue, that means it's being limited to somebody. And then again, I showed you, if you go to somebody else's post now and click on the arrow, the options are a little different. I can link to this post, I can report abuse, mute it, or block this person. Muting it doesn't sort of unfollow the person, it just says I don't want to see this post anymore. I've already used this a few times where I might have responded to a post by somebody who's very popular on the web, and you have 300, 400 comments coming in, and it gets a little noisy. So you can mute that post. It doesn't mean you're unfollowing the person. It just means I don't want to see this feed or all the notifications for this feed coming in anymore. When you click on this arrow for somebody else's post, you can also link to it. So if I click that, it opens up a new tab, and it gives me the URL directly to that post so that I can take that URL and paste it in. I can start sharing on Facebook, giving people links to posts on Google+. So that's very handy. And then that, I think, covers everything that's on the cheat sheet pretty much. So as always, if you have any questions, email me, seth@nerdenterprises.com. If you'd like an invite, just send me a message of some sort with your email, your Gmail address in it. It works for regular email in some cases, I've noticed. But I'll do what I can to send you an invite. seth@nerdenterprises.com, www.nerdenterprises.com. I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day, and I look forward to seeing you on the web.